this particular movie, My Old Lady, is definitely the British film, but it's about Kevin Kline's character, who inherited the apartment in Paris, Marais district, and so he came to visit Paris and tried to find this particular apartment. He inherited, I think father owned it, and so father passed away, and he got this particular apartment. So he finally found it in Paris, and you know, found this old lady living there, and that's Maggie Smith. And it turns out Maggie Smith used to be Kevin Kline's father's lovers, I would say. Both Maggie Smith and Kevin Kline's father are married happily, I would say, but they had an affair. Anyway, so now Maggie Smith has this right to live there until she died. So until then, he cannot do anything about the apartment. He cannot sell or anything. I'm not sure the detail, but then you know, he started to live in this apartment for a while to think about what to do. And Maggie Smith, the old lady, turned out to be you know, very nice lady, and he found that there's one more person living there, the lady about his age, I would say, and it is Maggie Smith's daughter. All right, so that's played by Kristin Scott Thomas, wonderful actress. And so it's about those relationship of those three people, and in the background of fantastic Paris always, and dreamy Paris, and you know, everybody kind of fantasize living in a Paris apartment, at least for a while, and see how the life in Paris offer. And that particular promise is very, very attractive to me, and I think for most people, because they know, we know that Paris is a wonderful city to visit, and a beautiful city, and a lot of history and art and all these things there. So he started to find out what happened is that Maggie Smith had a daughter pretty much around the same time that Kevin Kline's father had a son, which is Kevin Kline, and so they realized they are more or less like I don't know, coincided those incidents there. But as you know, in the beginning, this Kristin Scott Thomas character was having an affair with this local guy in Paris who is married, and have 2 or 3 kids, happily married, right? But she's having an affair with him. And so that is a kind of a complicated story of human relationship there. So I thought this one was like a wow, very, very stupid, foolhardy movies, and I'm not sure I'll watch, but I watched, and it was so pleasurable to watch, especially I think because those actors' presence. I think especially what I like is Maggie Smith and Kristin Scott Thomas' presence there. They are wonderful. They are great actors. I think both of them may be familiar with Paris atmosphere as a real person, I would say, because I know Kristin Scott Thomas acted in Paris for a while, and she is a British actress, but she lived in Paris for a while, I think. But anyway, this is 2014 film, so it's about 10 years ago they made this particular film. So Maggie Smith is still healthy. Maggie Smith passed away like last year, and so yeah, I think she's still in a good spirits, and acting is great. And Kevin Kline also, he had a Academy Award, Fish Called Wanda, I think that's a movie, and a very comical, like body, physical gag type of acting there, and he was great in there, and he did the Pirates of Penzance, and very, very good. And I liked him, but I think when he becomes like a little bit more serious acting, I think he may have a problem about acting, probably, because if he does a serious acting, it's kind of diminishes his power, I think. This is a comedy, so it's not serious acting, but the other two actors, Maggie Smith and Kristin Scott Thomas, is a great actress, and so I think he was a little bit overshadowed by them, I think, but still great. So this particular film, I think you noticed that I enjoyed it, and I really treasured this type of film, because if you are more or less like looking for the very comfortable escapism, watching movie, and pleasure of this particular background scenery, I think this is perfect. And if you have a hard time dealing with your daily activities or whatever, and when everything is finished and you wanted to go to bed, and you lie down and just have a tea or whatever, and watch this movie, I think that's the way to do it. And especially if you are a movie buff, of course you enjoy the actors acting, and this is particularly very nice for watching those three actors acting, and also in the dream city of Paris as a background, and it was such a pleasurable experience, and I felt like, wow, I should own this particular DVD, because I felt like, this movie, I think I like to watch it again, I would say, because this sense of pleasure watching this is it's great. So I had to convey to you that there's a film like this exists here and there, and it is kind of a you miss it because it's not the great films or anything, so you kind of set it aside or you don't notice. And this particular title is My Old Lady, and it's nothing to do with Paris or anything there appear there. This movie, as a matter of fact, reminds me of the Midnight in Paris. Midnight in Paris, directed by Woody Allen, and it's about the guy going to Paris, roaming around, meeting the Scott Fitzgerald and Hemingway, all those great 1950s expatriate in Paris. So it's the feeling is like very, very similar to that type of film. Essentially, I think it's about people. This is film for people who love Paris, who loves to live in Paris as a tourist or as a resident or whatever for a while. You want to live in the city of Paris because such a beautiful city and such a fun city. I think if you live in that particular area, this particular film taking place as apartment in Marais district. I think Marais is like a very old area, but I think very, very nice residential type of apartment there, and very expensive, of course. But if you're lucky enough, maybe you could live there for a while and experience the glory of Paris.